I'm Jay from Jay Cosplay, and I've had a lot of people asking me about my workshop and the stuff I have in it, you know, the evolution of it from the start to, you know, where it is now. So I thought I'd make a video of it, and what better place to start than at the start. This is where my original workshop used to be. It's in a garage that my grandparents let me use for just over a year, and this is where basically everything started. Over here is where the workbench used to be, and this is basically where the predominant amount of stuff used to be carved and cut out and made here. I used to have a live stream camera up here, which you can still see the mounting nails for. I used to point down and used to film stuff when I was doing my live streams. And on the door here you can see some splashes from my early attempts at doing slash casting, which sort of spilled everywhere. So it's left a bit of a mark on the door. But it's, you know, all part and parcel of the history of the place. I used to have my whiteboard up here that used to have my orders and things on it, and over here it used to be where I used to do the slash casting. In the end, I used to have a station here with a board, like a makeshift table basically, and I'd have all the casts that were done put there, and have the moulds on the one side. I used to do everything stood here to minimise things like getting on the floor, etc. I used to have a webcam pointed over here at one point as well. And then eventually, when I expanded a little bit more, I got to this part of the garage. And this is where I started storing more of the casts. The body armors used to be put up here. And these have some poles coming out of the ladder mount here that actually I used to be able to hook the masks onto and spray and leave them to dry while working on other things that didn't get covered in dust. It was a really, really handy thing actually. But as you'll see in my new workshop, I don't really have that much space compared to all this, which is a real shame, but I can show you that now. So let's go over to the new shed. And this is my current workshop here over in Ireland. It's, as you can see, it's a lot smaller than my old one was, but I've managed to pack the same amount of stuff into a 6 foot by 8 foot little shed. This was basically obviously because I emigrated over to Ireland, and this was the only available workspace for me at the time. So I basically made good use of the space I had, because I had no choice really if I wanted to carry on working. So I've still got the same work desk here. I've got all my shelves here that I put the casts and moulds on. I've got my slush station behind me here, just like I did at the old one, set up pretty much the same. And the walls are lined with the various tools and trappings of the various things that I need to use in my day-to-day work. Now, I would normally at this point carry on the video as a tour and show you an in-depth thing of what everything in here does, but the story doesn't really end here because of a recent turn of events, and I shall explain that now. This is the new workshop. Well, it's going to be. It's as you can see at the moment, it's a bit bare bones. None of my stuff's in here at the moment, and that's the key to it really. Since I'm going to be moving everything into here, I thought I may as well do a series of videos on setting up a workshop. I'm going to record the process of bringing everything in here, setting it up, what I have, the tools I use, and just how to lay out your basic space if you want to do prop making or cosplay of, you know, hard to make items for a living. So it's going to be a tutorial of sorts, but a tour of other things. It's going to be a mishmash of different things really. I'm going to do a series of videos, like I said, of just setting up a workshop. This is going to be painted eventually, it's going to be soundproofed, I'm going to do the floor, I'll take you through setting up the main workstation. If you're doing slush casting, how to set up a slush cast station, everything really. So yeah, that's all I can say really. We're going to go through this together, and I hope you enjoy the videos coming up. And if you've got any recommendations, please let me know. If there's any sort of things you want me to go through specifically going through my workshop, then please leave a comment in the comment section below. But other than that, I've been Jay Cosplay. Please remember to like, favourite and subscribe, and I shall see you next time.
Tell me quick, ain't love a kid?